My cousin is a bridezilla. She threw red wine at her mother-in-law's dress. That's pretty bad.
Oh, dear.
Was she wearing white?
Oh, dear.
Note, I have been writing this for a while, but I've been holding off on posting. Characters in the story: cousin Hannah, 25 female. Hannah's fiance Damien, 25 male. Hannah's dad, 45 male. Our grandfather, 91 male.
Whoa, this might be the oldest character we've ever had. Nice.
Also, Hannah's dad is young. She's 25 and he's 45.
Yeah.
He was 20. Wow.
Yeah.
Disclaimer: all names have been changed for privacy purposes.
Ooh.
By the way, this comes from ClearAd7135 on the OK Storytime subreddit. So, part 1, the engagement. I could start this from the way Hannah, 25 female, met Damien, 25 male, but let's skip right to the engagement. At this point in time, Hannah has known Damien for over a year, and they have had serious talks. Hannah wants to marry Damien, and she orders her engagement ring online with his credit card.
Oh.
Before he engaged?
Okay.
Nothing too fancy, but it gets the job done. She's like, hey, I ordered the engagement ring. So just, propose whenever you're free.
Listen, Hannah takes life by the horns.
She really does.
And
She's not waiting around.
rides the bolts towards victory.
Real quick, okay, story time.
Yeah.
I know a guy in college that his fiance bought a ring and put it in his post office box because they wanted to as fast as they could.
Wow. Nice.
I get it now. Damien wants to make sure it fits Hannah when he pops the question. Hannah tries it on and it fits. All is well. I mean, I would assume so. She ordered it. Hannah picks her proposal date and location. She tells me this date months in advance and informs me that others are aware too. Fast forward, and Hannah is now in proposal week preparations. She gets her hair done and a new set of nails. Ooh. Mother Nature has other plans for that. Picked proposal date, and Hannah cries about how her proposal is delayed. A few days later, and the weather isn't as bad, so Damien goes ahead with how the original surprise proposal was supposed to go. Damien brings Hannah and his family to a public event, and he proposes. Hannah's family are in a different city, but not far away, but were not included during the proposal itself.
I see no cons here. I see a woman that knows what she wants and gets it.
But you know what I see?
What?
We're not at the 3-minute mark, Riley.
Keep going.
Hannah is now telling anyone and everyone how it was such a surprise proposal and that she had no idea it was coming. Like, she booked it out. She did the Calendly link. She's like, I didn't know it's coming at all.
Sent herself.
When I asked about how it was a surprise when she knew and had given me the date months ago, or even that other family members also knew it was happening, she stayed silent. But Damien gave me an odd look.
Shut up.
It made me think that Damien didn't know how many people knew he was going to propose before it actually happened. Hannah made sure her proposal was around Christmas so she could show off the ring to as many people as possible. So basically, Hannah was very upset that her surprise, quote unquote, proposal didn't happen on the date she scheduled it, but did happen at the scheduled location a few days later. She maintains that it was a surprise despite her picking the date, the location, the time, the ring, and getting her hair and nails done.
Surprise!
And there is an update. I guess the issue here is that she's lying.
I think the issue is she's planning everything and being a little bit of a control freak.
And everyone's like, it's totally fine if you planned ahead, but you did plan ahead. And she's like, no, it was all a surprise.
Yeah, I guess it technically doesn't negatively affect anyone else, but it's just odd. Yeah. I think it's an ICU for
foreshadowing
okay, if you're willing to be all kind of loopy around this, then you might be a little loopy on some other things
in other areas of life.
Because what happens after an engagement?
A marriage,
a wedding,
and
then a marriage,
and then a baby.
True.
And then
a divorce.
Oh.
Then a remarriage.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Crazy.
But you know what comes after one story? An update.
Oh, let's do it.
Part 2, the Bridezilla moments. Wedding planning has begun, and Hannah has picked her bridal party. All 7 are friends and no family members on her side, but Damien's sister is a bridesmaid. Damien has his 3 brothers and a few friends as his groomsmen. She also likes the flower guide trend, so she will have a total of 17 in her bridal party, including her and the groom.
What? Wait, 17
What is the
in
flower
all?
guide trend?
Oh, it's the flower guy. That's like.
I don't think that's true.
Yes, it is. There is a flower guy trend. Oh, I'm about to prove you wrong.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. You don't think men can be flower guys?
No,
Oh my
I do,
gosh.
but I feel like
Dude, closed-minded over here. I thought, you know what? I thought I was a bad person for going to North Carolina for a week. Look at you.
so it's literally just one of their friends throwing flowers.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Men can be flower people too.
No, okay, yeah.
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 We
you
just
got
took
me.
down a misogynistic today, guys.
You got me.
We just took one down. W's in the chat. Hashtag no more misogyny.
It would actually be misandry.
Dude, look, I'm having trouble just finding words, okay? We ain't got to make up words, all right? Enough of that.
This is great, dude. Riley, Sophia, John F's awesome.
You don't get much of these. She also likes the flower guy trend. Ow.
What did you do, Sophia? Tell me.
No.
Tell me right now. What'd you do?
I put my hand here and it really hurt.
Guys, she placed her hand on her knee too vigorously.
It really
And it hurt.
I
We
really
need to just put you in
want.
a bubble, girl. What are we
Like that
doing?
movie with Jake Gyllenhaal,
No,
where he lives in a bubble.
No, don't fall for it. She did something, and now she's trying to be like the victim now. No, you are not the victim. You were the herder.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm not falling for it.
She also likes the flower guy trend. So she'll have a total of 17 in her bridal party, including her and the groom. Hannah played the part of the chilled out bride well in the beginning and allowed all of her bridesmaids to pick their own dresses within their own budgets as long as they're pink. Are they $2,000? Hannah gave free range on style, length, and fabric so her girls look and feel their best. She went so far as to tell her bridesmaids that they didn't need her approval for their choice of dress prior to purchase. They can also wear any heels they want, but must be black, and she will provide the girls with pearl earrings and gold jewelry. As the planning progressed, Hannah invited only bridal party members and their significant others to a family member's house for an engagement party. No family from Hannah's side was invited. This seems to be a theme. Her family have consistently not been invited. Whereas normally an engagement party in our family includes the elders of the family. It's a sign of wisdom and blessings from those that have been married a long time to those just starting their journey.
Cute.
During this time, some of her bridal party members didn't respond to her messages in their group chats, and she became annoyed by this. She confronted them at a mutual friend's birthday party, and all I know is that they were removed from the bridal party. Hannah has also been talking to other girls about the situation and decided that she would replace these bridal party members with those that were talking to her at the time. At this point in time, Hannah told me her entire bridal party is full of heavy drinkers and that her wedding will be child-free.
Okay.
All right.
For the children.
Interesting
For
choice.
the children. She goes on to say that her bridal party will be staying at the hotel the night before the wedding and the night of the wedding so they can get ready together and not drive home wasted. Okay, that's responsible.
Yes, planning for reality, I guess.
One of the few responsible decisions made thus far. Hannah has the entire bridal party paying for their own rooms for those 2 nights and insists that they also pay for their seats in a limo bus. Damien steps into this conversation saying that the limo bus is expensive and making the trip twice isn't worth the money. The limo bus needs to drive the groom and his boys to the venue first, which is a 35-minute drive each way on a good traffic day, then return to pick up the bride and her girls. At the end of the night, the limo bus is to pick up everyone and take them all back to the hotel in one trip. I made a small suggestion to save money. Have the groom, his boys, and most of the girls go in the limo bus during the first trip to the venue and have a car bring the bride and one person. Example, mother of the bride or maid of honor. So the groom doesn't see the bride. Hannah didn't like that and said that if I wanted to make a suggestion, I needed to pay up or shut up. How is OP related to Hannah again?
Father?
No.
This is where my reading comprehension is negative 110%. I thought it was like there was the grandfather, 91 male.
Cousin. My cousin the Bridezilla. We haven't heard anything about the grandfather yet.
Yeah, right.
No.
Where is he? Where is he?
Where does Gramps come into play?
Yeah,
Where
John's
is he?
twin. Where's he at?
What's up, twin?
At that point, I decided that helping her in any aspect of the wedding would be a waste of my time. They continued arguing about this for a while. Damien suggested that he just drive his car and she go in the limo bus with everyone else. Hannah shot that down too because she didn't want any of the groomsmen to see her before the ceremony either. But she's okay with the groom seeing her?
Hey.
It's all planned out in her head and it makes sense there.
I
Okay.
guess so.
Yeah.
Our family is fairly large when you include aunts, cousins, godparents, etc. Hannah decided to have a smaller wedding and not include many family members. Having a smaller wedding isn't the issue. How Hannah went about it is an issue. Hannah decided that if you were dating someone or engaged to someone, aka serious long-term relationship, but she does not know them, they are not invited and you don't get a +1.
Goodbye.
I mean, I will say really quick, I mean, like, they get to say whoever gets to come to the wedding.
This is true.
And if they say, you know, like, you can't bring any +1s, that's kind of up to them.
Yeah, I would say, like, I think OP could say, like, okay, you know, this is a little out of the norm and it's generally good to, you know, let someone bring their +1. But you know what? It's OP's wedding. Yeah, I don't think this is egregiously out of line. Like,
No.
OP seems to be, like, getting towards.
Yeah, we're
where
leading.
headed.
We're revving up to it.
This isn't. Yeah, this is right before the line, I feel like.
She went as far as not giving a +1 to a married couple because she was not familiar enough with the spouse. Cousin Judy has been dating Fred for 5 years, and he has given her a promise ring.
Oh.
Fred isn't invited as per Hannah's rules, and Cousin Judy was bumped from the guest list for not being the most immediate family. Wait, so Cousin Judy and Fred aren't coming anyway?
Well, she doesn't know him. So.
Yeah, but I guess that's not it. Like, she's like, I can't believe you wouldn't invite Cousin Judy's partner Fred, but Cousin Judy's not invited either. So it's like, it's not a problem, I guess. Neither of them are invited. You see what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, there's no problem.
Yeah, neither of them are invited.
I comprehend.
Most of the guest list is Hannah's friends and bridal party, including their tattoo and piercing artists. Now seems like the time to
What?
mention.
I'm sorry. The +1s aren't invited, but her tattoo are. Now,
She's
are they
got
really
a lot
good?
of tattoos?
But are
She
they
spent
really
a lot of quality time with them, John?
Yeah,
So I mean, but are they friends though?
it was seemingly so.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, they're coming to the wedding.
that would make sense, but it's like, okay, like you get a tattoo.
Can Cousin Judy give you a tattoo? No.
It doesn't sound like
It
it.
doesn't sound like Cousin Judy can do anything.
But she's got
Can Cousin Judy give you a nose piercing?
Cousin Judy's got
No.
the promise ring in 5 years, right? Like,
That's all she's got.
wow. Dang.
Now seems like the time to mention that Hannah is not inviting her father at all, and the few of us from her father's side of the family are not to inform him of anything under threat of being cut out of her life and uninvited from the wedding. Hannah's dad, 45 male, was only made aware of her engagement to Damien after they announced it on social media. He was not pleased about Damien not asking for his blessing before the proposal, and Hannah chose her stepfather, who she deems is important in her life, to walk her down the aisle at her wedding.
Okay, so we got daddy issues.
And there is an update. I mean, honestly, Hannah sounds like maybe she's a control freak, as Alyssa Mundy says, but also
Yeah.
like it's her wedding, so like I haven't
Yeah.
seen anything that's been like, you know.
She hasn't crossed the line yet.
I don't think so.
I
She
think
hasn't
I
crossed
agree.
the line of what she is or she's not allowed to do at her own wedding, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Like, we also don't, like, what's the context on her relationship with her father?
Yeah, we don't
you
know. It could be a really bad relationship.
Because she's like, hey, I like my stepfather. I want him to walk me down the aisle. Bio dad, see ya later, goodbye.
Yeah.
Maybe they have a bad relationship because of how the bio dad is treated her. Like, we don't know that an OP isn't giving us that additional context, but is speaking as if it's like a weird thing.
Yeah. I don't
We
know.
need some more OP.
OP, it seems like you're being highly critical.
I think she wants a +1 and is mad.
I
and
think that too, honestly.
is like,
'Cause, like,
that's what she's doing.
I don't know. Maybe I'm like crazy, and I feel like, John, you won't be able to give me kind of any feedback because I don't
Wow.
think you've understood the story.
Wow. I'm shocked. I am completely offended. I don't know what to do with myself right now. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
John actually is not able to give any feedback right now because he's so shocked.
Go, try. Hit me with it, and I'll give you feedback.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are that, again, all of these different things that OP has mentioned haven't really crossed the line. The dress code of the pearls and the gold and everything, whatever, it's her wedding. She doesn't want to have +1s. Weird. Not what I would do.
Yeah.
But it's her wedding. Yeah. She hasn't outright, viciously disrespected, hurt feelings, that kind of, I mean, yeah, of the +1s, of course. But, again, we haven't quite fully crossed the line yet. That's what I feel like. You see?
Look at him go, everyone.
Look
at that man go.
They said I couldn't comprehend. Well, guess what I did?
Comprehended.
Mother freaking handed.
Yeah, Sophia Colon says, I don't understand the issues yet. It's not the nicest way to act, but nothing is wrong. Yeah. I think that's what I'm at.
Maybe I think if we're painting OP in the best light here, he's sorry, what's the gender again?
Female. I'm gonna go with woman.
They are setting the stage for the bigger dominoes to fall later down the line. Now, because I could see okay, if they keep doing all of these little things, yes, it's going to. There is a likely chance that she'll do something. Hannah will do something even bigger and even worse. Yeah. When it's the big day.
But let's freaking find out. Update 2, part 3, the wedding year.
Oh, God.
We are in the wedding year now. Yay. No. Hannah and Damien have been engaged for over 1 year and hand-delivered all wedding invitations to save on postage. They also didn't put return postage on the RSVPs, but I digress. Hannah comes over to visit. Did they do that? I've never been personally invited to a wedding. I've only my parents, and then I get to come.
Wait, what?
I've never been personally invited to a wedding, so I've never had to return.
Really? None of your cousins' weddings?
Well, but I'm saying I've never it's gone to my whole family, so I've never had to return it.
I thought you said only to my parents' wedding. I was like, oh, did they get married? I was so confused.
No, okay. So has anyone?
Yeah, I
had to return. Did they always put return postage? Is that something?
Well, they put the return address.
But I feel like a lot of people today do
email.
I think we have an online thing.
Yeah.
Well, they sent an actual thing.
Yeah, but I don't think you usually have to RSVP by sending
via postage, snail mail.
Hannah comes over to visit, and we talk about the wedding a bit. Her wedding is not on a typical Saturday like most of our family weddings have been in the past. But again, I digress. Opie is just really nitpicking.
Yeah, kind of judgy.
She brings up how she'd like our grandfather, 91 male, in attendance for the ceremony, even if he can't attend the reception. And that would mean a lot to her for him to attend. That's better than nothing. I agree and say that I don't think he'd be able to stay for the reception, but because of his declining health, and I know how he responds to late evenings and his normal routine. He doesn't like change.
I will say, I just met or visited my 91 great-grandfather. That's a tough age to do, for them to go anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, it's always hard to getting my grandparents, because there's only, especially with my grandmother, it's very hard. There's a period of time that they're good, and then they decline, and then
they're like babies.
Yeah.
I tell Hannah that I will do what I can to get him to her ceremony, but he's elderly, so things can change with them at the last minute. Hannah assures me that we have until 2 weeks before the wedding to give her a final number of attendees, and she will totally understand if they can't make it at the last minute. She then goes on to push a bit about making sure that her venue will give him soup and that we can leave the dinner early if need be, but to at least stay for the salad. I repeat that if she needs an absolute answer right this second, it will be a no to the reception, but yes to the ceremony. At this point, Hannah also says that if she can't have him attend her wedding, she will come over with her wedding dress on just to have photos with him. Her RSVPs are due in 6 weeks at this point, and there were 4 months until the wedding. Again, not fully seeing the issue here.
Yeah, I mean, if she goes to the grandpa where he's comfortable and everything else, I mean, to take some pictures, it's kind of cute.
They're kind of cute.
Kind of cute.
Hannah and Damien had a stag and doe to raise money for the wedding. Hannah talked to me about how stressed she was and how the signs for the stag and doe are the bane of her existence. Isn't it usually stag and hen party?
Can you explain that super quick?
Well, stag is it's a bachelor party.
Right.
But
and
I've never heard doe as the bachelorette. It's usually a hen.
A stag is
No,
a male deer, and
I-
a doe is a female deer.
I do know that, but usually,
Why would it be a hen? It would
I
be
don't
a,
know,
It would
it
be a
just
cock and hen
is.
party at that point.
but it just is. It's a stag and a hen party. That's just like how it is.
That,
I
maybe
don't
in
know
Australia.
what to tell you.
Maybe where the upside down where you're from.
Just is. I was expected to attend, but had to work and couldn't get the day off. She knew this from the beginning. The party day came, and I saw a few pictures posted on social media showing her sitting in a corner with Damien while others were in small groups. Previous parties like this that I had attended were jammed with people, but this one was not. I received an invite via social media for Hannah's bridal shower. Wait, what? What just happened? So OP was stressed about, or sorry, Hannah was.
comprehending reading now?
I'm reading it, but I'm reading it, but I'm like confused why
lost it.
OP is upset.
Right. Yeah,
Hannah
yeah.
said, she's like, losers. They didn't have anyone at their party.
Yeah, I wasn't really popping off like the other parties were. Kind of lame.
I received an invite via social media for Hannah's bridal shower. Despite her previous words to me about helping her, I decided I would give her a tiny helping hand. Hannah didn't know much about bridal showers or planning them. Hers would only be the second bridal shower she attended. I told her about the envelope, gift box, and simple ways to DIY it for under $10 from the dollar store or thrift shops. She seemed to listen and take my knowledge to heart.
Okay.
I was scheduled to work that day and told her this from the moment I knew the date. I tried to get the day off, but given the nature of my work, I couldn't get the day off or leave early. She was okay with this at the time and promised to send me pictures. Hannah told me her shower guest list had been cut in half due to last-minute cancellations, including some bridal party members. We were working short-staffed that day, and I didn't want a chance bringing anything to a larger group of people. You can never be too careful. I asked Hannah how her shower was afterward, and she told me it was nice. She did post some photos and all seemed well enough. I didn't see any photos of her envelope/gift box though, so I didn't know if she did listen to me in the end.
Yeah, OP just keeps nitpicking. Like, what? Like, give me the tea. Give me the juice.
I feel like we're being like she keeps bringing us to the brink. She's like, and then she was fine. And then she was really okay. Like
It's
nothing's happened.
Just pull the card that causes all the house of cards falling out.
This is the Waiting for Godot of Bridezilla stories.
I don't know what that is.
That was a play, Samuel Beckett play, where nothing really happens and they're waiting for this guy to show up and he never does.
Oh.
And they just keep waiting there.
No, I get it.
Fast forward a month and I reach out to Hannah to confirm that we are attending her wedding ceremony. We will take photos with her and then go home. We are roughly a month out from her wedding, and I sent Hannah a message to confirm that we aren't staying for the reception, but our grandfather will attend the ceremony with me. I received a response about half an hour later saying that their final numbers have already been given to the venue a month ago, and they can't add anyone anymore.
Okay, but who is calling the shots there? Who gets to call the shots for that, OP?
Okay, again, this seems like OP said, hey, Grandpa can't come. And they were like, that's fine. We'll go take pictures with him.
Yeah.
And then they, rightfully so, made reservations for how many people. You can't just add people to a wedding.
Yeah, because probably like they
They have a
locked in
certain
with
amount of people,
catering,
yeah.
with the event setup, and it was like, hey, like all of the chairs, the meals, like everything else, it's like been locked, and I'm sure they probably get charged like a fee or fine or something.
OP
like
said, OP told Hannah, Grandpa can't come.
Yeah.
So you can't just go back and be like, oh, Grandpa's coming now. Oh my God, I can't believe they're not letting Grandpa come. It's like, you said.
Yeah.
Dude, this bride, Hannah, better freaking like,
She better,
I don't know,
punch
beat
someone.
the crap. Yeah, beat the
She
crap
better.
out
Your
of
grandpa.
Yes.
If she
She's like,
doesn't-
"Report."
I really want to know that, but when we finish the story or get to an update, I want to know like the comments because I want to know if anyone else is like,
Oh yeah.
nothing's happened here.
Same.
This seems strange to me, and I brought up that she had told me I had until 2 weeks before the wedding to give her a final answer on those attending. Hannah informs me that the venue changed her final numbers date from 2 weeks to 2 months, and she didn't tell me about the change because I had previously said no to the reception. Fair.
It's
Honestly, this is fair.
victim of circumstance.
Yeah, it's like that sucks, but okay, I'm sorry.
Crap happens.
For context, none of our previous weddings have required an RSVP for the ceremony. Okay, But Hannah's trying to have a small wedding.
Yeah.
Hannah, however, is very different in this detail. Hannah's stance is that you can only attend the ceremony if you are attending the reception. I then had to tell all the family members that they would not be attending a wedding on Hannah's wedding date since they were not going to have a chair to sit on. They are upset. I don't really know what happened in those 3 months from her being adamant about getting photos with our grandfather in her wedding dress to not caring anymore. I know that we are weeks from the wedding and she hasn't reached out to set up a time for those photos with him that she wanted so desperately before. I won't be attending the wedding and will be spending the day with him. We never know how much time we have remaining with him, so to me, the moments we do have are precious. I'll post an update after the wedding if anything happens. There is an update. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, she's not going to the wedding, and her excuse is, I just want to spend as much time as possible with Grandpa. Come on, it's one day.
Yeah.
It's one day to go to your cousin's wedding. I honestly am not on OP's side here.
No.
I don't think I am either.
I hope we see some post. My cousin is being the a-hole for not coming to my wedding because she wants to spend time with their grandpa.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I want to see that post. And be like, yeah, I've been planning a lot.
Yeah,
and my cousin,
Hannah's probably freaking busy. She probably doesn't have time to think about photos with her grandpa.
Exactly. Like I feel like when she was like, oh, the venue changed the date from 2 months to 2 weeks. There's just
She's
so much going on.
stressed.
and she didn't even inform me, even though I'm not going. Like, she didn't tell me.
Like, there's been a lot of little slights that I could, point out that Hannah has done, but like nothing that I wouldn't, say wasn't wedding stress.
Like, to be fair, Hannah's on top of her crap.
Yeah. Like, maybe I didn't like when she was like, oh, like mind your own business or something when OP was trying to help out. Like, maybe not the best way she could have said that.
Yeah.
But
Is it fair to say that she's maybe it's frustrating, but you can't blame her?
I think
Can we say that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say like probably being a little bit of a control freak, probably being a little frustrating to deal with, but she hasn't done anything that's Bridezilla.
Yeah, we haven't transformed into Bridezilla. Yeah, I am just eliminate someone.
Yeah.
Just go crazy.
Just take them out.
Just to make the story to live up to what it seems like.
You promised me Bridezilla. This is a 5K story.
Yeah.
There's gotta be a Bridezilla somewhere in here.
Well.
But there's an update.
So
let's see.
Let's go.
Part 4, the wedding itself.
Oh, ooh, here we go.
Whoo-wee!
Come on. Give it to me.
Someone's gonna get knocked out of this wedding.
Yes, Grandpa.
As I was typing up everything, I think I missed some of the other Bridezilla moments, maybe any of them, and details of the lead up to the wedding. Hannah is going into a marriage with the thought that she will divorce Damien, and that's a good start to a marriage.
Okay.
Now we're talking.
My question, though, is if OP is just assuming this because she wants like a prenup.
OP
Like maybe
wants a
Hannah's just like, oh, I want a prenup, and OP's like, she's going into it thinking that she wants a divorce.
Oh, I see.
Good observation. Could be.
Just a guess.
Yep.
On the wedding invites, it states that formal dress attire was required for entry into the venue. This should be normal for a wedding unless otherwise stated. Keep in mind that Hannah was not requiring approval of her bridesmaid dresses prior to the wedding, so for all she knew, they could show up in a pink mini dress with very little left to the imagination. Well, presumably her friends are smart, and if it says formal, you wear the right stuff.
Is the venue really going to be like, oh, sorry, you're not informal thing, but it's literally the bridesmaid's dress that she requested?
OP's
I don't
being
think so.
the control freak here.
She hired security to prevent entry of any guest not dressed to her standard of formal attire. That is kind of silly, I would say. But hopefully everyone is dressed formally. I don't know why they wouldn't be. To like be like, no, you can't come in. You're not dressed spiffy enough.
Yeah.
She also gave these hired security people photos of all the guests so no one else could attempt entry without threat of being arrested.
Oh, snap.
We should also cover Hannah's insane wedding registry.
Wait. Okay,
What?
sorry. Time out. That's smart because
Tito.
she has some like beef with her
She's got some
actual
beef
dad.
with her family, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
That
like
kinda
that's
makes
safety.
sense. Oh, Sam's
Yeah.
calling. Should I answer?
Pick it up.
You put it really close to the
Oh.
mic.
Check out Sam's
The
new
trench
jacket.
coat.
It's very big.
He found an extended version of the classic Sam orange jacket.
It's great, Sam. Great jacket.
Hi, chat.
Sam says hi, chat.
Miss you guys.
He says miss you guys.
You got a trench jacket.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Ah!
All right, that was Sam. We should also cover Hannah's insane wedding registry. Most of the items can be purchased for much less at other retailers, but Hannah picked the highest price version of every item. She wants good quality stuff.
Yeah. She wants things that last.
No, that
Let her
actually,
live.
yeah. Like if I was like, I want a vacuum, but I want like specifically a brand that I won't name, starts with a D, because it's a really good quality vacuum. And then someone was like, I'm gonna buy you $100 vacuum because it's still a vacuum. I'd be like, okay, well, that one sucks.
I'm not getting you anything for your wedding.
What? Oh,
That one
unintentional
sucks.
pun.
It's a vacuum.
She included items that she doesn't need because they rent a room together and can't afford a whole house. Of the 100 of items on her wedding registry, only a few were purchased. Okay, so I feel like you could put whatever you want on a registry and people can get whatever they want.
Let her
Yeah.
live, brother.
I'm gonna
Let
get my
her
friends
live.
cash.
I'm pissed.
Is that a sin?
I mean,
think it's cool.
usually people give a wedding registry and then you just pick something off.
But
of
they
that.
always want money.
I
I
honestly, cash in a well-written card is.
Yeah, that's good too.
Okay,
As long as
cash.
it's like a good amount of cash, like don't just give them $20.
No, it's gonna be like 3.
Oh, okay.
Dollars.
$3. Hannah was very excited to change her last name. Disappointment was visible on her entire body when she understood that she would have to wait until her marriage license was filed before she could officially change her name. However, will she manage a few months post-wedding with her current last name? This didn't stop her from changing her social media handles before the wedding or ordering a home sign with her new last name on it. Let her live!
What the heck?
Let her live! She's excited about her last name! Let her live! Jesus!
You know what? Let's throw her in jail right now.
Oh my
Right now.
God!
Hey, she's trying to. Her name isn't legally changed yet. Therefore, she is illegally.
She's illegally
using an
changing it.
incorrect name.
The fact that
Jail.
he's like, she changed her name on her profile.
Lock her
oh
up.
my God.
Lock her up.
Shut
Put her in
up.
Guantanamo. For real. My God.
So everyone knew she was changing her name on their established date. You the fun police. Are you the
Yeah.
fun police, OP? Yes, many people changed their last name after marriage. Hannah was very impatient about getting it done and thinking it would be a fast change. Government documents take time to change, and she didn't want to be known as her current last name during her honeymoon.
Ooh.
Hannah and Damien planned on a honeymoon that was estimated to be $10,000, and that cost
Nice.
would be split between the mothers of the bride and groom. As the cost of the wedding added up, Hannah and Damien decided to redirect that money towards payments for their wedding venue. This was a smart move on their part, one of few, but credit where credit is due. What is going on?
Yeah, this is a good
Right.
one. This is a good one.
Both mothers agreed to this change until the payments were due. As it turned out, one mother paid her part while the other mother suddenly didn't have the money for the payment. Now they had to resume paying for that installment and would not be getting a honeymoon. Not to fret though, stepfather has entered the game with more money. And also, Princess Tikatu says, this seems like this OP is jealous.
Yeah.
Hannah's stepfather had already put thousands of dollars down in deposits for vendors and the venue, but now was saving the day by completely paying for a different honeymoon. Some people have fairy godmothers, others have fairy stepfathers. What's the issue? What is the issue?
Yeah.
The stepfather was like, hey, yeah, like, your mom can't pay for it. I'll step in. I'll help cover the charge. What
This
is
makes
the
no sense.
issue?
This is just how life goes.
It's literally how life goes. Oh my God, this
Here we go.
person's
Oh.
a nightmare.
Read the rest of the story. Like a snob.
Dread forces. Sophia, you should read the rest of the story like a snob, yes. Let's begin with a veil. That was custom ordered to match the exact ivory of the dress from Spain. Yes, you read that correctly. Hannah ordered a pearl-encrusted veil with a lace trim. God forbid she want her own dress. Jesus. She also ordered custom shoes with the same pearl detail to match the veil and buttons going down the back of her dress. Her dress, on the other hand, was without lace, but did have a giant bow on it at the back. Hannah loves this dress for a few reasons, none of which is the bow at the back. Her first love, pockets, followed by her second love, the chest factor. Hannah picked her dress because of the slit going all the way up to her hip. In her own words, easy access. And now you're slut-shaming her? Unbelievable. I had only seen a photo of the dress from when she had first gone dress shopping, and the image wasn't the best quality. The dress appeared more champagne than ivory, and those who were invited are said to have cried from her beauty in the dress. Take note, she has money for custom wedding items made in a different country, but not enough money for a chair at her ceremony for her grandfather to sit on to observe her wedding.
Wow.
Okay, so now he's complaining about Hannah getting this like really nice dress stuff from Spain. And she's
Unacceptable.
saying the fact that she has money for a dress, but not for her grandfather's seat.
Isn't he not coming?
Yeah, but she's like, oh, she can't pay for another seat, but she can pay for all this.
Right.
Hannah wanted to make an entrance to her ceremony. Her carriage from the main venue to the ceremony site would take approximately 10 minutes. During this time, any guests that arrived wouldn't be seated and would instead be sent directly to the cocktail lounge. That's normal.
Yeah, like you can't like not seeing the bride or being late to the reception, essentially, right?
It's basically saying that during this time where she's getting to the ceremony,
Right.
no one would be seated. They would just be in the cocktail lounge, which is, I've been to multiple weddings where we all just like waited in the cocktail area
You wait
until
till
they
she
were
gets
like,
there.
until they were like, okay, everyone go take your seats.
Right.
That's just normal.
Yeah.
In Hannah's words, no one can see me before I arrive at the aisle. Fair! If any guest that was already seated needed to use the restroom, they would have to hold it, or they would not be returning for the ceremony. That's like,
I mean,
that's play rules.
I would.
Those are
yeah.
play rules. Like, go use the bathroom before you go sit down.
But what if we have to
We have to go. Then you have to wait outside.
Yeah.
That's literally like if you
Or
go
piss your
see
pants.
a play or a musical or whatever, if you have to go out to the bathroom, a lot, like sometimes you can't get back in.
I just got to pull O'Reilly and pee right there.
Yeah.
Yep. Just put it down the pants leg.
Though most of the guests are younger in age, there are some that are elderly and some that do have medical conditions that may require an urgent visit to the restroom. Then, like, if you know that in advance, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Hey, Grammy, go potty. Go potty real quick, okay? Get your depends, okay?
So she's restricted the movement of guests for at least 40 minutes. It's a wedding ceremony! You're not supposed to be leaving!
She's imprisoned us for 40
Oh my God. 10 for her carriage and 30 for the ceremony. And it is unclear if the guests would need to walk back from the ceremony site or if there would be transportation provided. Hannah wore silver jewelry and only allowed her maid of honor to also wear silver, while all other bridal party members were only allowed to wear gold.
OP just needs to get laid. I don't care. Like,
I'm sorry if Hannah had said, "Hey, I want everyone to wear pink bridesmaid dresses," OP would have been like, "Yeah, that makes sense." But now she's not allowed to say, "Hey, I want you to wear the specific jewelry."
Unacceptable.
Oh my God.
Disgusting.
Hannah also decided that only her bridesmaids and maid of honor would join her in carrying flowers on the wedding day. The groomsmen and grooms were not to have any boutonnieres or pocket squares. Hannah's mother, Damien's mother, and any grandparents or godparents in attendance were also not going to have corsages or any special marker. This was because Hannah had deemed them too expensive and unnecessary. She said, "My wedding is not a prom. The family doesn't need flowers."
Sure.
It's her wedding. It's her freaking wedding.
Sure.
We cover the bride's attire. It is only fair we cover the groom's glam of the day. Damien was not a groomzilla from what I know. He requested to wear a white blazer and grow out all of his hair. Hannah allowed Damien to grow out his hair and seemed to tolerate it. Damien had expressed he wanted to remove the garter during the reception, but Hannah said no. She wanted that to only happen in private after the reception ends.
Ooh.
Reasonable, because you're kind of pulling up your dress.
It's true.
Hannah gifted her bridesmaids mini bottles of red wine at the rehearsal dinner the night before the wedding, a thoughtful celebratory gift, right? Wrong!
Incorrect!
On so many levels. Can you see where this is going already? No.
I have no idea. Oh.
These bottles were given to be showered over any guest that dared to wear white. An obvious wedding no unless otherwise instructed by the couple.
and that's still a no. You
What?
never wear white,
Never
even
wear
if
white.
the couple says you can.
Oh.
Never.
You still wear white if the couple says... do it.
No. No.
Yeah, if the couple says everyone wear white.
No.
A lot of
No.
people have those-
No.
What?
We have John. Remember we read that story and the couple said,
So-
"Yeah, you can wear white."
Yes. So I think what Sophia's saying is if it's an all-white wedding,
Yeah.
that is different than the scenarios we read where individual people
Yeah, that's
wore
different.
white.
Still no. You don't wear white at all to a
But
wedding.
they told you to. There's a lot of weddings where they're like, I want everyone to wear white, and then I'm gonna wear something else.
You don't.
But then you're totally disregarding the desire of the
I think
bride.
I'm not going.
Okay.
People are literally crucified for wearing white at weddings.
But they on
It's
the
true.
card they say white wedding.
That's the only scenario.
I'm double.
that-
You know how many people I'm checking up with? Hey, you wearing white? Hey, you wearing white? Show me your outfit. Can
sure.
you take a picture of your outfit and show it to me? What are you wearing? And then I'm gonna go there that day, wear something else, and I'll have white in the backup. I'm not risking that, dude.
Okay.
People like guillotine is better than wearing white to a wedding.
Hannah went so far as to arrange glasses of wine to be available at the venue before the ceremony start time as a backup to the many bottles. What a waste of perfectly drinkable wine. It's only a waste if they have to use it on someone. Otherwise, you can just drink it.
Yeah.
So did anyone get a ruined dress for attending Hannah's wedding? I have heard from some people that they did attend the wedding of Hannah and Damien, and that Damien's mother decided she needed the spotlight. Damien's mother, 46 female, wore a nice gown to her first child's wedding. The dress was a high-low style, with the skirt being a solid pale blue and the top being white with tiny, barely noticeable from a distance, pale blue roses printed on it. This might not be an entirely white dress, but for Hannah it was white and light-colored enough to send in a bridesmaid to shower her mother-in-law with love. Damien knew it was going to happen and even encouraged the showering. Her own son pre-approved the wine showering despite both bride and groom approving the dress before the wedding day. What kind of son and daughter-in-law do that? That is the only thing I will give OP.
Yeah.
If they pre-approved it. If they pre-approved it and then they showered her in wine, that is the only thing I'd be like, that's messed up.
I almost wonder
What do you wonder?
if she was in on it. Right, and it's
yeah.
like, hey, you'll wear white, we'll throw the wine, because if it's a pre-planned thing,
Yeah.
that's actually kind of fun and fun. It's like, okay, maybe it's not a super expensive dress. Hey,
Yeah.
I'm down to do it for the fun of the
give a little drama.
charade or whatever. But like, in a planned way where everyone's like on board.
Mm-hmm.
That almost seems like, I mean, it's a guess, but it almost seems like that's what's happening here.
Yeah, but if it's not, if they did actually know and they just showered in wine, that's messed up.
I agree, because also probably that dress isn't cheap if
Yeah.
she wore it to her first child's wedding.
Damien's mother had been showing Hannah dresses that she liked for the wedding that would complement the theme but not stand out too much. Hannah was saying any of the dresses would work and was also snickering with Damien about how his mother looked in these dresses. I don't want to repeat the comments Hannah told me that Damien said about his own mother's potential wedding attire. They were not kind. Damien's parents decided that for the day of the wedding, they would drive to the venue and arrive as normal guests while the rest of their children were already there getting ready as part of the bridal party. This meant that no one would see the parents of the groom until shortly before the ceremony, and they would not be able to change outfits by going home without missing the wedding if anything happened. But that was a different story thanks to my dear cousin. I think that this is the only Bridezilla moment that I've seen so far.
And like
Pretty bad.
it's absolutely bad.
But we were promised a whole
and
chunk of
you know what? At least that does come with the context.
Yeah.
Rebecca Perales, this story could have been 5 sentences.
My cousin threw wine on her mother-in-law for wearing white at her wedding, even though she told her it was okay. Boom.
Yeah, but you never wear white.
You never wear white? I guess.
But
this
it's
doesn't
not.
make sense.
But it's not. What would you say? Because it's partially white, like the top is white.
It's still white, John.
But it's
don't
but it's
wear
got a
white.
blue skirt.
Yeah, I mean, I think you should just like never wear really any white. But
Thank you.
Any
Unless-
white in any part of.
Yeah, I'm wearing
any
neon
part.
orange at your wedding, buddy.
I think you just have to like steer as far away. But
Fair enough.
yeah, I think this is still not good. Now you can all be the judge. The groom's mother is wearing a pre-approved pale blue and white dress with roses printed on it, but gets showered with red wine between her arrival at the venue and the ceremony start time. Was she really seeking the spotlight on her son's wedding day, or was she the victim of a bridezilla?
Tune in at 6 p.m. to find out.
Find out more. The entire bridal party stayed in a hotel the night before the wedding so they could all get ready together. Damien's parents could have booked a room at the hotel. They chose not to after being told by their son that they would be responsible for getting themselves to and from the venue from the hotel or their home. For context, They would be driving at least 1 hour from their home to the venue instead of 30 minutes from the hotel to the venue. The hotel is about a 2-hour drive from their home. Now I ask you all, after all that my dear cousin has done and said during what should be a magical time in a person's life, does she deserve a gift of any kind?
Yo. That is, I mean, for real?
Man, OP, man.
Yeah.
OP. I will update again in a few weeks when I get more details and the dust has settled. Hannah's father will soon know the truth, and that should be filled with drama. And there is another update.
Wait, so OP is going to go tattle to the bio dad, which, once again, we don't know the context behind why Hannah doesn't want her father there, right? Is that all, like, what if something, really bad happened between Hannah and her father? Which would make a ton of sense why she wouldn't want to invite him. Like, yeah, the drama ensuing would be because of you, OP.
Yeah, I would say everyone sucks here.
No. OP sucks. OP sucks.
But I think that the Hannah sucks for pre-approving a dress and throwing wine on her mom.
That does suck.
Okay, out of all the things that Hannah did that were bad, versus the one thing she did that was bad, I don't know. I'm just.
But I think you can still be in everyone sucks here if you've done one bad thing.
I think Riley, like, we've heard so many things that are like, it's fine. It's fine. That it feels like, it's only one thing.
Yeah.
But if the whole story had just, if OP had not nitpicked anything else,
if it was 5 sentences and it was just this,
I would be like,
we'd be like, okay,
she's
everyone sucks here. So I think
she doesn't suck in my opinion. She gets the pass.
Dang.
All right.
I think everyone sucks here.
I want to poll.
Yeah, let's poll it. Let's poll it.
Ali Ray says, but do you believe OP? Yeah, did she know in advance? Update 4, part 5, post-wedding drama. Note.
Hopefully.
The events and words have only been recounted to me, so details may not be fully accurate.
All right, I'm thinking like Hannah better beat the crap out of her grandpa at this point. Like,
Straight up.
I need something.
We need to throw hands at Grandpa.
It has been about a month since the wedding, and there is a lot that has happened, which this is OP, so, take that with a grain of salt.
Sorry, we have not heard anything about the grandpa on the wedding day.
Yeah, no,
Nothing. So that was just like pointless.
Yeah. Well, it seems like OP was really mad that he didn't get to go.
But then she went. Then she was like,
she's like,
I'm not going to the ceremony.
I'm
not going to the reception.
Yeah.
What is this?
Grab a glass of your favorite beverage and get comfy. I was hesitant to post this, but it needs to be said. Hannah's outdoor wedding ceremony was on the top of a hill. Oh, the humanity! It was on top of a hill.
And it was near sunset, so it was going to get dark soon after that.
I got sunburned and then it went dark.
I mentioned that some of the guests were elderly and some had medical conditions and that transportation for them was unknown. Well, now I know. One of these guests tripped going back down the hill from the ceremony site to the main venue.
Please tell me they didn't make it.
They didn't want to cause a scene at the wedding, so they fought through the pain and went on with the night. The next day, they went to the emergency room, and it was discovered they had a broken ankle.
Oh, no.
They had surgery to fix the break, but this could have been avoided if Hannah and Damien had arranged proper transportation for guests after the ceremony, if only for the elderly. Or maybe you should have freaking walked them down the hill.
But you weren't there.
Yeah, you could have done something about that, OP.
You know what? That person tripped over a chair. Why do we have chairs?
Why do we have chairs?
Get them out of here. You thoughtless, reckless piece of garbage.
OP, why didn't you let people sit and then take up all the chairs right after the thing was done?
True.
Yeah.
Why didn't you hire personal carriers to gently carry every person from... That's a transport thing.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Strong men or women transferring people up and down the hill, carrying them on their backs.
Like what? But yeah, what is the transportation there?
It's unknown. Unknown.
I'm just like wondering what OP thought it was going to be like. Did she think they were going to get like a golf cart?
I mean, aren't they driving? Aren't they just driving themselves?
It's unknown, man.
No. I don't know. The only thing I would say is like if you have elderly people, you should be making sure that they're getting down, an unsafe path safely. But like I feel like people should have been like, "Hey, Grandpa's over there."
Honestly, it's every grandpa for himself. That's what I say.
Well, let's do something fun. Let's get everybody on top of a hill, a lot of elderly people on top of the hill, and watch them go down.
Oh God!
I support elderly people. Riley may not, but I
do.
I support elderly.
I do,
people.
but it sounds like Hannah does it. I don't know.
That all being said, Hannah's small, intimate wedding with less than 100 people may not have been so small and intimate. I have been told there were actually 200 guests at the wedding. I am waiting for photo confirmation of the total number of guests that attended this wedding.
Wait, read it. Read that sentence again. Go. I am waiting for photo confirmation of the total number of guests that attended the wedding.
We could have read this whole story in that voice.
The thought that Hannah and Damien had double the guests they intended makes me think of how they could fit so many others, but not dear grandfather.
Let it go.
Live your life. Come on, bro.
This part is more of a personal update. I don't care, which is why I didn't add it before. But now
dog
I'm
better
ready
die or
to
something.
add this update.
Like, I need something great.
And
here.
Hannah better have been the one that did it.
I think I should mention that other people have been telling Hannah that our grandfather, a 91 male, is only holding on for her wedding. I don't believe he was holding on only for Hannah's wedding. Hannah had only come to visit our grandfather twice in the wedding year because she was too busy with wedding planning and was somehow always sick whenever she was scheduled to visit. She never called him to say hi or ask how he was feeling and rarely left him messages on social media.
Bro, bro, wait, are you telling me you didn't slide in Grandpa's DMs?
You didn't slide in
telling
Grandpa's
me
DMs.
You didn't talk to him on TikTok? You didn't send him any videos
Wait.
on TikTok?
Didn't double tap? Didn't like the post?
She played the part of a caring granddaughter when it was convenient for her. Well, the verdict is in, and he didn't live to see the wedding he was uninvited to.
Damn, that sucks.
So, guys, this wasn't even a problem.
I mean, did Hannah do it?
I think it's really okay. I'm so sorry for your loss. I think it's really, really funny that OP was like, can't believe Hannah couldn't invite Grandpa to the wedding. Unbelievable that she had all this money, couldn't invite Grandpa to the wedding. And then she's like, Grandpa did pass away, so he couldn't have gone to the wedding.
Bury Grandpa at the wedding. We could have done that. It was on a hill. There's plenty of earth and dirt. Like right here we go. As you're reading
Roll
the
it down
vows,
the hill.
as you're reading the vows, the what is it? The coffin slowly
sinking
dips.
into the ground.
It sinks into the ground.
Yep.
We could have done that, but Hannah decided not to.
He
All I'm saying.
passed peacefully the days leading up to the wedding.
Oh my God.
Hannah's dad, 45 male, has seen the wedding photos posted on social media and knows Hannah lied to him about already being married in a small courthouse wedding. Her dad has always had a temper, but was always the first to step up in protecting his little girl. The last few years have been rocky for them with the divorce and finding new love. Hannah's dad isn't speaking to anyone in the family directly, but he is talking to his friends who are passing some information down the grapevine to other uncles who then tell their kids and then tell me. Thumbs up for that wonderful family gossip tree. Hannah's dad hasn't caused a scene yet since he hasn't seen her since before the wedding or made comments on social media. He has told his friends that he was hurt that Hannah couldn't tell him the truth before it went public. He also plans to change his will and any insurance policy to remove her as a beneficiary since Hannah doesn't see him as a father. For those hoping Hannah's mother-in-law would do something in retaliation for the humiliation at the wedding, revenge is a dish best served cold. Damien and Hannah have been staying at his parents' house for the majority of their relationship, and mother-in-law and father-in-law had agreed that they could stay until 1 year after marriage or until Damien and Hannah decided to get pregnant, whichever came first. Their lack of respect caused mother-in-law and father-in-law to leave the wedding and head all the way home. Father-in-law changed, and while mother-in-law showered before they got to work, since no one would disturb them for at least 24 hours, mother-in-law and father-in-law packed all of Damien and Hannah's belongings and stacked them in the foyer.
And again, this is the one that got the red wine.
Yes.
Mother-in-law got red wine thrown. Yep.
Everything from clothing to jewelry to TV and gaming systems, it was all packed neatly. Why would they want to keep someone in their home who showed so much disrespect on such an important day? Fast forward to Damien and Hannah returning to mother-in-law and father-in-law's house, thinking they would be staying there as though nothing had happened and finding all their stuff waiting for them. Now, a waiting father-in-law steps forward and informs them that they are no longer welcome to live there and that they can pack their vehicles or get a truck to move their furniture out, but have until the end of the day. Damien protested that they had no right to kick them out, and Hannah, being the Hannah we all love, apparently spoke up to support her husband. Hannah stood there in a reportedly $200 white strapless jumpsuit from the reception. I think mother-in-law was just waiting for this moment. Has
Wait.
anyone witnessed a champagne spray but with wine? Oh, yes.
Oh.
Mother-in-law didn't care about the cleanup or that all of her son Damien's belongings and those of Hannah were all in perfect target range.
Whoa.
Mother-in-law sprayed them down with 2 full bottles of red wine and aimed most of it on Hannah's white clothing.
On her wedding dress?
No.
Her
Or her-
wedding jumpsuit, like after reception. Wow. Okay, and so we're back to everyone being the a-hole here. Because
Yeah.
that's a pretty a-hole mood. You have to take the high road there.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's like you just don't want to stoop
Stoop to that level.
to that level. And like, you know what? I feel like you could like pull her aside and be like,
that
was totally
yeah,
unacceptable.
totally unacceptable.
and like, I want an apology, and I feel hurt that you did that, and why'd you do that? Like, that's all.
totally
But
fine.
to do it back to her on her, and also like, it is her wedding at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like pouring the wine on her is like low key at least a little bit worse, just because it is her wedding, than the mother-in-law.
Yeah.
I thought it was a honeymoon and then they got back.
I don't know. Like, obviously, like, the Hannah is the a-hole for the wedding.
Yeah,
Their
for sure.
wine incidents.
Yeah.
But
The edge I got versus the goon I just got
Mm.
was horrible.
Dude.
but you know what else is not horrible?
What?
Joining us live every weekday at 3 p.m. PST on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Just tap her profile.
Woo.
There's a little bit left
Oh.
to this. Could have been very short Bridezilla story. Honeybee85 says, ever heard 2 wrongs don't make a right. But we do have a lot of other people in the chat saying, mother-in-law for the win. So, Hannah and Damien threw a fit about how her dress was ruined and they would call the police for assault.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if they could go that far because, like, she did the same.
It fell.
Father-in-law told them to go ahead and remind them that they had done the same to mother-in-law not long ago, said they would also press charges.
Oh, here we go.
Hearing that Damien and Hannah quickly packed their vehicles with their stuff and left for her mother's house. They are currently staying at her mom's house for now, but will need to find their own place. Based on what Hannah's mom has said to some of the aunts and cousins, Damien has lost his family entirely because of the events at the wedding.
Oh.
Hannah's mom is in full support of what happened at the wedding, no surprise there, and believes her daughter is the victim in this whole thing. Weddings should be a happy time bringing people together, but this wedding seems to have fractured families and shown the true colors of Hannah and Damien. So at the end of the day, John,
Yes.
I think we had one true moment of a-holery, which was pouring wine on the mother-in-law,
Yes.
who they live with, was just stupid move.
That was yeah.
Yeah,
It was
don't-
mean and
Stupid
stupid.
But then mother-in-law did it back, which is also not cool.
You don't spray the body that shelters you.
So true. But OP also sucks, so everyone sucks here.
I think everyone sucks.
Yeah.
Who sucks the most?
OP for writing this damn
yeah.
Reddit
OP for
story.
making us read this entire story.
But
But second, I think Hannah.
But OP was like really annoying, but it was like it was like death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Yeah, but like if we had just gotten the one thing from Hannah would have been the clear a-hole.
yeah,
Like-
I feel like Hannah's more the a-hole, right?
think
Because
so.
that's a bigger. You just said that OP's the.
Oh no,
bigger
I was
a-hole.
saying I think Hannah is the main a-hole.
Oh,
But OP is an a-hole for making us read this entire story.
No,
I
no.
got you.
I say OP's the biggest a-hole here.
Riley's like it's just
all
OP.
Hannah.
It's just
OP.
all
Yeah.
OP.
Sorry, all OP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think OP like walked it all and was like, and you won't believe. I'm still not over the fact that OP was like, I cannot believe she did not let Grandpa come to the wedding. Grandpa couldn't come to the wedding because he passed away, but I can't believe.
Yeah.
Grandpa fucking
Up
died.
until the point of Grandpa passing away, yes,
Yeah.
understood. At least like not that
Yeah.
you can like attack her for that, but it's like all right, you're disgruntled,
It's
whatever.
messed up.
But he couldn't go. So what do
Yeah.
you want us to do?
And they're all a-holes.
Yep.
The whole family a-holes. But that is the end of that story.
Ooh.
Sorry for your loss, OP.
Indeed. That's all she wrote. So if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.